come on, you're almost there. Almost got it. Forgot the fast cam doesn't work on Monty.
Well, hello, my little chaos
Hey, I'm out of quarters. Don't worry,
I
I
am
saw a
your
change
host,
machine on the way
Rehash,
in.
and welcome back to the Gentleman's Chat.
Gent, Decipher, stop running around and actually do your job. You can't take us to an arcade setting and not expect us to play the games. Yeah, what do you expect us to be, mild-mannered adults?
Oh, right. What was I thinking? Dibs on the next game! Oh, right. This is HAZBIN Hotel Season 2, Episode 5. The episode begins with a musical number, as all of the overlords throughout Hell are seeing the Alistar's defeat at Vox's hands. And this is getting the news of him actually being powerful spreading. Vox is continuing to allow all of this attention to go to his head, and allowing himself to be inflated even higher than he's ever had before. And now that he's proven his strength, quote-unquote, he goes on the rounds, recruiting each and every single overlord he can to his cause to wage war against heaven. Though fortunately for us, not every villain is so swayed to his charms.
Are you serious?
Yeah, okay.
But regardless of the holdouts, he seemed to have succeeded in his plan on raising Hell's army and putting him and the other V's on top. We then cut back to Charlie, who has grown so desperate for any type of win that she's trying to flag down Heaven to send reinforcements. I'm not entirely certain how Heaven can help in this situation, but she's hopeful. Vaggie comes around and goes immediately into supportive but concerned girlfriend mode, trying to calm Charlie down. And while they do have tender moments, it's not enough to overshadow Charlie's natural obsessive crazy tendencies. Especially when it comes to Alistair, who she just realized, oh shit, he's been captured by the V's. What are the V's doing to him? Man, Vag is just on it trying to calm Charlie down from everything that's going on. Though admittedly, a lot of it is Charlie's fault.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah, I'm not entirely certain we could show something like that on YouTube. Though I'm certain a good shag will solve a lot of Charlie's anxiety problems. Oh my god, Rehash, you can't say that!
But unfortunately, Charlie turns down the offer for free Poo-Tang, as she needs help dealing with Vox. And this is where Vag gets an idea. As she walks down the hallway, helping the guests along the way, wow, she really does run everything around here, she runs into Angel Dust and Baxter, who just got out of a therapy session with Husk. And he has a lot of new swear words.
Remember, kids, there's never too many literary alternatives to calling someone stupid. So after Angel Dust complains about a headache, Vag wanders off to Daddy Lucifer, who, I don't know what he's doing with those ducks, but I want in. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes, I just want to point out some of the nods to Hell of a Boss. Like the pictures of obvious Mammon and Satan hanging on the walls, as well as a few others, as well as all of the gifts from the other 7 deadly sins, including a direct note from the sin of greed.
You know, we did get that promo where Hell of a Boss characters are going to start showing up in HAZBIN Hotel and vice versa. You don't suppose they're going to show up?
It's a little late in the season for them to be showing up. I mean, we only got the 3 episodes remaining. So, it'll probably be next season if they do. Or it won't be until the season finale. Well, apparently, Lou and Charlie's relationship, or at least communication skills, hasn't really developed, because he was completely and utterly in the dark about all of Vox's slander on the hotel. And once Lou heard about that, it looked like he was about ready to kill Vox, which is what Vag wanted. But, unfortunately, I don't think that's on the table, because Lou informs us that he can't actually kill anyone. Hell is a punishment, not just a place, and his punishment is apparently he can't hurt any of the sinners. No smiting, no aggravated assault, no drive-bys. He can't actually do anything to the sinners once they're in hell. Angels, Hellborn, yeah, fair game, but sinner? Yeah, he's firing an unloaded gun. Huh, so Lucifer can't actually hurt or punish any of the sinners in hell. Interesting development. If nothing else, it does make sure that Lucifer just can't rug sweep all of Charlie's problems, and she has to actually solve them.
Well, not really. I mean, he is still the king of hell. Couldn't he get, like, Satan to actually administer the punishment? It looks like he needs a lot of stress relief dolls.
Well, unfortunately, due to all these restrictions on his powers, Lucifer seems unwilling to help, or even lift a finger. But the moment Vaggie mentions getting Alistar to do it, he daddies up and is ready to go, proving that he hates Alistar more than he loves his daughter. That's not inaccurate, but I think
very poor taste.
But we do cut back to Charlie, but we're not the only ones to cut back to Charlie, as the angels have been watching the whole time, and Emily wants to go down there, but Sarah forbids it because she needs hell to solve its problems on its own. But clearly they're doing a piss-poor job of doing that. Or actually relatively succeeding if you look at it from Vox's point of view. Alright, everybody, calm down. We can officially rate this episode of 10 out of 10, for our great and glorious Snake King Serpentius has arrived. And we can all thank Emily for Serpentius' arrival, because apparently he's not even allowed to be here, but she puts her foot down and says he can stay, because he is a hell expert. Of sorts. A little bit. And so, they discuss what is the best way to handle the hell situation, and she believes gift baskets saying I'm sorry is the right move. And Abel agrees. Serpentius and Sarah seem to be the only ones in the room that are less than enthusiastic about the idea.
But then we get the greatest callback to an earlier episode that we'll ever get, when Serpentius tells Sarah that a wise woman once told him, it starts with sorry.
And with no real rebuttal to that, Sarah begrudgingly goes to hell with Lute, Adam, and Emily with this idea that gift baskets are going to solve the problem, leaving Serpentius by himself with his little egg boys. Okay, I don't want to call Emily dumb. I'll just say she's incredibly naive. I mean, come on. Gift baskets? I'll also say Abel is a little bit naive on this. Okay, maybe not a little bit, a lot naive. And I know Serpentius knew full well the gift baskets wouldn't work, but he also didn't want to hurt his friend's feelings, so that's why he passed the buck saying Charlie would love the gift baskets. So, much to Charlie's disbelief, the angels arrive. She actually believes she's delirious and seeing things, especially when she sees Sarah. She does ask about Serpentius real quick, but while Sarah says he does miss them, he cannot come back to hell because reasons. It'll solve too many problems, that's what the reason is. That's the meta reason. But realistically, I think it's just the fact that heaven souls can't make their way back down. But apparently, heaven-born souls can.
Then how do you explain Adam?
Archangel, I guess. I don't know. Plot hole aside, the angels come down to tell Charlie that they want to apologize to hell. Charlie decides to use this as an opportunity to try to tell the angels about what's going on. That all of hell is starting to get aggravated under Vox, and perhaps apologizing at a giant meeting that the Vox is throwing is going to make a difference. And Emily Okay, Emily's naivete over the situation is adorable, but this is a really, really bad idea.
We then cut to the Vox rally, where Vox is just super excited that all of hell is pretty much going to be under his control momentarily.
But here comes Alistair as his voice of doubt, looking down on him, telling him that he is not really needed. As everybody else is pretty much handling things, he fulfills no actual role. And you know, I do kind of like Alistair being this voice of insecurity for Vox, because it's clearly getting under his skin, like no one else could, and is sowing seeds of doubt not only in Vox, but also in the other Vs. It's clear that Alistair is trying to cause a wedge, but if this is his entire plan, then congratulations, you're doing more than Charlie. But I have a feeling that Alistair is planning something bigger. Okay, I'm gonna try to speak collectively, and simply say that we can officially take Alistair off Fraud Watch. Because there's no question he's a fraud! As a devil on your shoulder whispering your innermost negative thoughts and insecurities to you, he works quite well. I think I actually enjoy him doing this here more than I enjoyed him in his actual fights. But I feel pretty much everything he's saying about Vox, about relying on others, could be directly related back to him. He is relying so heavily on Rosie, and because he can't actually do what he's supposedly supposed to do, he has to rely on Charlie's help. He does still have that deal after all. So here comes Vox, doing his best impression of Tony Stark, which only kind of makes me feel like he's more Justin Hammer. And he's pretty much saying everything that he needs to in order to get the crowd on his side. Even name-dropping Lilith. Looks inspirational, but is all flair and no substance. But then we get one of the best parts of the episode. Solo Lucifer song. And I gotta give this boy credit. He is flexing like a motherfucker. Still having a little bit of a goofy tone, but I love songs where a villain or a hero just absolutely flexes on their target audience. And this delivers, and its only crime is that it's so short. And as for Vox, he's positively unaffected. Like, at all. Not even a wince. I'm sorry. Are we looking at the same character? Who completely flinches at the idea of Alistair? Yet, the devil strolls up on him at his own party, and he's not even fazed? Okay, I know Vox is a really good actor, but that is not a Vox move. That is suspect as fuck. What do you guys think? Earlier in the episode, he folded under zero pressure under Camilla Carmine, and yet Devil pulls up on him ready to instigate, and not even a flinch? Not even a wince? Yes, this is definitely suspect. It's almost as if he knew in advance that Lucifer was gonna pull up.
You don't think he already knows about Lucifer's weakness and not being able to hurt him, do you?
No, that would be impossible. The only ones who would possibly know that secret are Lucifer, Vaggie, Lilith, and Charlie herself. That could mean that there's a possible traitor in the house of HAZBIN Hotel, or Lilith. Oh, well, then the best case scenario is if Lilith told him. Fuck! So then we cut to Vox's song, which is quite a nice upbeat Broadway-style musical number. And while I do like it, I have no negative opinions. You gave us Wagyu steak with Lucifer, then took it away to give us a mere cheeseburger. I love cheeseburgers, but I want that Wagyu steak back. Give me the steak! Yeah, I know it's a matter of personal preference, but Vox already had a song this episode. We don't need another one, especially when it shows up an even better song that we just got a mere snippet of.
Over the course of the song, though, Vox does actively provoke Lucifer into a fight, and even brings up his failed relationship with Lilith. and this causes Lucifer to go into a rage and throw a punch. And then he can't hurt him.
Again, this definitely feels premeditated. He definitely knew that Lucifer couldn't attack him.
And with that, Lucifer is completely and utterly outshone by Vox, making him look even better to the people. And then, the angels show up.
Now, to his credit, Vox does seem to act more surprised to see the angels, but the angels reassure him that they're not here to attack, they're not here to silence him, they're here to apologize.
That? And what do you have here? Are those gift baskets? No, wait. No, wait, you are apologizing for genocide with gift baskets?
Well, anything can sound stupid when you say it with that tone.
So, surprise literally no one, Vox immediately uses the angels showing up as a tool to rally up the demons once more to say that the angels are trying to silence him.
Charlie and the angels are more worried about trying to clear up the misunderstanding more than they are trying to, defend their position and try to make amends.
I feel like the angels and Charlie really aren't trying hard enough to try to quell the crowd and clear up the misunderstanding. But I can see this also as Emily and Abel, for the first time, really seeing just how much damage the angels in heaven have caused. And Vox is using their silence as a prop to continue talking and leading this cult of demons.
Brother even pulled up the screenshots!
And while Vox is definitely using this to try to manipulate all the sinners against heaven, he's not wrong in anything he's actually saying. The angels slaughtered them for years, killing literally billions of them over the lifespan of hell and heaven.
Actually, I think that got retconned to 7 years.
Oh. Well, that's still thousands. Possibly even millions.
And Lute is the only one actually enjoying herself. Look at that smirk. While the rest of them are just looking at the receipts with horror.
And things go from bad to worse when they mention Lucifer's recent attack.
What? Dad?
Do not see me. I have magical hypnosis.
Dad?
I'm not here, you're dreaming. This is a dream.
Okay, Charlie, you could be mad all you want, but I don't want to hear a word of criticism from you, because you've caused actively more harm than he did. So with all the trust of the people, the receipts, Vox has to be the loudest person in the room and force the angels on the defense. And while this definitely works on Charlie, Emily, and Abel, Sarah is not so intimidated. And she goes into her full angelic form and says the absolute wrong thing. And Vox does the absolute Uno reverse card and rallying the demons even more and giving him the golden opportunity to start a third song. But in fairness, this one is actually a really good one.
Even though it's just Lucifer's song sung for his perspective. And it doesn't start out, bad, it's just not the best, but oh my god, once the cinematics start playing, it really kicks off. Which ultimately it's him declaring holy war on heaven, and that they better wise up and run, because he is going to conquer in righteous wrath and fury, forcing the angels to retreat. We then cut back to Serpentius being the bestest boy when the angels are to return. He genuinely does think the best, but the look on Abel's face says it all. The poor boy is traumatized. As Sarah tells Serpentius, hell has declared war. And all Emily can do is apologize to Serpentius, holding him in her arms. Well, that's all fine and dandy, Vox, but I still have one teeny tiny itsy bitsy question. How are you getting to heaven? At all? Like, that is still a major part of threatening a holy war is to be able to get to the place you're trying to crusade, isn't it? Well, it comes to no surprise that after that whole debacle, even more people are leaving the hotel. In fact, I'd be surprised if there's anyone left at this point. But that's the least of Charlie's concerns, as she demands to know where her father is. And there he is, cowering behind a chair. Oh, she lays into him.
But Lucifer kind of sort of throws Vaggie under the bus, saying that she was the one who asked for his help. And yeah, Charlie and Vaggie of course get into a massive fight over this. Vaggie tries to explain she was only trying to help, while Charlie was saying, "Stop it, you're making things worse." And then Vaggie finally tells her what she needed to hear from the very start.
Ruining
Charlie, you are hurting the hotel.
But sadly, despite being called out, she doubles down and even goes as far as to ask Vaggie if she even cares about the hotel, or if she's turning against her too. Oh my god! And this of course starts a massive fight, which causes Vaggie herself to leave. I mean, I'm sure she'll be back next episode, but it causes her to leave. Oh my god. Okay, that's it. I'll be right back.
Wait, where are you going?
To do something I haven't done since She-Ra.
You are not the victim here! You are only in this mess because you kept poking the beehive and never fucking learning your lesson. And now your fucking pride is about to drive away your biggest fucking supporter, the only fucking person who's keeping this hotel fucking running, because you won't put up and shut up about your bullshit, because you won't put aside your goddamn fucking pride. Get your shit together before I burn down this fucking hotel myself.
So the episode wraps up exactly as you think it would. Charlie drives away Lucifer because daddy issues, and everybody is sad, everybody is alone, and everybody's packing their shit because no one wants to fucking talk, and no one wants to actually acknowledge that they put themselves in this bullshit.
Well, well, I personally did enjoy this episode. Even though Vox ended up taking over the majority of the songs, every single one of them, no matter how short they were, absolutely slapped.
And it's also fun with Alistair orchestrating the downfalls from the V's from the inside out. So he's not as much of a fraud as we originally thought.
Vox and the V's have definitely proven themselves to be an actual legitimate threat, but still have that weird goofy energy. It's like if Team Rocket was the final boss Ash had to defeat before becoming Pokemon Master, though he has yet to explain how he's realistically going to wage war on Heaven if he can't even get in.
And it's also great to see Vag and Lucifer helping out in their own unique way, even though it didn't go as planned. But that's still wondering, how did Vox know about Lucifer's weak spot?
Well, at this point, I'm just suspecting Charlie probably told him. I mean, she told him everything else. I did enjoy this episode, but Charlie's naivete is just really wearing on me after 3 episodes of her pretty much handing Vox victory after victory after victory. It seems the only one that's actually making any headway when it comes to defeating the V's is Alistair. Also Vox himself. Look, I'm gonna give Charlie one more episode to figure this shit out, because if she doesn't, then I'm gonna have to put her in the same category as Cora and Glimmer. And that is not a category you want your character to be in. But we're just gonna have to wait and see what the story has for us next time. So until then, I'm Gent.
I'm Rehash.
I'm Decipher!
And we're the Cartoon Gentlemen. And we'll see you all next chat.